Episode 34. Jinx.
7 years ago, I started a podcast.
Yeah, right? Isn't it crazy? Like, when I think back, I'm like, 34, that's a lot of episodes, especially when you're doing it twice a month.
Yeah.
It's a good run. Well, that was it. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to keep going. We're having a good time. What did we do? What did we do this week?
Dude, we went on a
trip. Vacation. Yeah, we went on a trip. We went to Delaware. Rehobeth Beach.
Yeah,
I guess we were Lewes Beach, but
we
it's
were
right there.
staying in Lewes.
Yeah.
In lieu of staying in Rehobeth.
We were at a hotel that we picked because it said it was 11 minutes from Rehobeth Beach, and it was like 20.
They embellished.
I mean, I guess do what you got to do to make some money, but whatever.
Yeah.
But
I know the first day we got in the car, we were pissed.
It was like, this is not
25
11 minutes to dinner.
Yeah.
But yeah, it ended up being fine. Like, it was really okay.
Yeah, Rehobeth is cool. Lots of parking, lots of places to go.
Lots of shops.
We're lucky we made it there. Drove in a flood advisory.
Yeah, there was a flash flood advisory, and like, I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I have this huge anxiety disorder when it comes to like natural disaster related things. I think we've talked about it before.
We might have touched on it.
So like, it's like, oh, flash flood warning. And I'm like, I don't think we should go. Maybe we should just like, I don't know, go really late. Like, I didn't know what to do. Like, I just really didn't want to get in the car. And we got in the car. And we were also looking at 2 different weather apps. And I'm looking at one. I'm like, it's not going to rain till 4. Like, I'm like, oh, we're good. Yeah, Tree's weather app was bunk because I checked every other website and I'm like, I don't think I can break it to her that that's completely false.
It's fabricated.
Like, in hindsight, I should have just burst her bubble and been like, whatever, look at all these other websites. They're not saying that.
I don't know what we would have done differently.
I don't know what we would have done, but I don't know if that I would have chose to drive in the flash flood on the interstate.
Yeah.
Just because the amount of anxiety in my body, that was not healthy. Like, I was like, this is a great way to start off a vacation.
Yeah, we were in fight or flight. But honestly, you know how they say, like, if you don't experience pain, you can't experience pleasure. I think being in the doldrums and being in the highest state of anxiety I've been in a very long time made the vacation seem so much more relaxing and fun.
Yeah.
Because you got the worst of the extreme in the beginning.
Yeah, and you're like, we made it through. Because honestly, it was looking bleak.
Literally.
You couldn't see like 5 feet in front of you. There was a lady in a motorcycle she had an outfit on like she expected this to happen, but I was like, I don't know if she's gonna survive this because like she had to be in a puddle of water. Like it wasn't looking good.
If we couldn't see in a car, I don't know how she saw out of her eyeballs. I'm like confused.
Like maybe she had like
she can't like
windshield
wipe. Yeah, like what are you like wiping them as you go? You're not. She's like got to hold on to the handlebars, and then on top of it, there's lightning hitting the ground.
Yeah, making contact, but also like I guess like motorcycle people are adrenaline junkies, so she's built different because I would never get on a motorcycle period in broad nice weather. I don't know that I would.
Oh, she was prepared too. She had like the whole poncho. She had it like duct taped to her body or something.
It looked like it sucked, like majorly. Like I can't even imagine what she was feeling.
I can't imagine the decision making that went into that because when we went out, I was like, this is kind of bad decision making.
I'm just glad we didn't get on the bridge. It stopped raining right when we got to the Delaware River Gap Bridge, whatever the heck it's called.
Yeah, Delaware Memorial Bridge.
Yeah, giant bridge. Like if it was monsooning and it was like flooding on the bridge, I don't think I would be able to handle. I might have a heart attack on the spot.
Yeah, she was like, she was definitely going through it, and I am too. But I'm more like thinking best case scenario, I would say, like worst case scenario, but more like, all right, so what if we come across a big puddle? We stop. What if
I'm like, what if we can't see the puddle?
Yeah, what if you can't see the puddle? That crossed my mind, and you drive into the puddle. All right, well, that sucks, but there's car insurance. We're not going to literally drown.
Yeah, you would just be in a really shitty position.
I would be like, it's really fucking inconvenient.
It was like when the house almost flooded the other day. If my house floods, it's going to be really inconvenient, but I'm not going to die.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's what I think of. I'm like, it's going to be a heavy inconvenience for me.
But
And
then
Mo's like,
went.
we might die.
Yeah, I go to the straight, we're going to die. Like, my anxiety is not a normal anxiety to have. Might have to be medicated, not doing it, just raw dog in life. But we get to the hotel, dude.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was so good. It was such a good trip. I mean,
Honestly, it was.
honestly, 10 out of 10. It was so fucking funny. I mean, we were just like, checking out we went to an amazing restaurant.
The first
Bodhi.
night. Yeah.
Dude, I got some vegan don don noodles that were
Off
crazy.
the chain.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
So
so
good.
good. It was so good. And like we couldn't top the food though for the rest of the trip because that food was insane.
Yeah.
And like we had good food, but there's
But-
just another level
Yeah.
that couldn't be reached.
I was like, I'm about to go back there.
I'm like, we've peaked. Between the ambiance, like how it looked.
Yeah,
The
it was
bartender
so
was a little
cool.
scary. Like
Yeah,
gave me like
intimidating.
Conor McGregor vibes.
Yeah,
But he was cool. He was all right.
yeah.
What else? Oh, that night we went back to the bar the first night. We meet this firefighter from New York?
Yeah.
And
He's
he's
like,
there
I'm from
with
New York.
his
I'm
kid.
a firefighter. I fight fires.
Yeah, I didn't even notice the
He's
accent.
doing literally the fucking Departed accent.
Yeah, Mo's like mentioned it after, and I'm like, wow, I didn't notice. But then we saw him like 2 or 3 times after that, and I'm like, yeah, oh yeah, that accent's so heavy.
Yeah. But he had a kid with him, and he's like, I guess like the vibe I got, he was trying to mac it with both of us.
Right?
A little bit. Like he's like, we need friends. Come on. Like we were going to the elevator and he called us. He was like, please come back to the bar. We're going to come back anyway because that was the plan.
Yeah.
And he was trying to talk to both of us and we're just like, yeah, we're just on vacation. He's like, yeah, I'm here with my kid. He has a 4-year-old with him.
Yeah.
And he's just like swinging back beers, hitting the vape.
oh yeah.
Tree
and I
at one point was like, where does the baby mama know?
I literally asked him because he's hitting the vape, and I said, what is that? Is that like marijuana? And he was like, yeah. He's like, I can't smoke like a blunt or anything because I have my
I'll
kid.
smell
I'll
like
smell
weed.
I'll smell like weed with my kid. And I was like,
But you're going to be
but
high
you're gonna
with
be
your kid.
high
You're
and
still gonna
drunk
get
with
the
you're gonna be
effects.
crossfaded with your kid. I don't know. I thought it was weird, so I was like, so your baby mama like approves of this? And he was like,
She doesn't know what's going on, but she's cool with me.
she
taking
trusts
him.
me. She knows that I'm good. She knows I'm going to take good care of him.
Yeah,
Does
safe
she
to
know you're
say-
getting crossfaded and flirting with twins and leaving him in the bar while you're outside?
I mean, safe to say I was judging him a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit. There was
Yeah.
there was a tad because I was like, I don't know, like, it's not a flex.
And I'm also like, I said to him, I'm like, is he shy? You're leaving him in there? Like, and he was like, no. He wants to be away from people. He's around people all day.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And I'm like,
Alright.
this isn't selling me, bro.
But then I'm like, who's watching him? Is the bartender babysitting him? Because she
Maybe
was like
she's-
the bartender / lady that signs you in. She's doing both.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she's already got enough on her plate. She's like the concierge.
She's the bartender.
She's the built-in
She's
babysitter.
She's the babysitter. Yeah, it was crazy. And I was like, all right, well, whatever.
Interesting.
Maybe that
Interesting person.
it must work for him at some, like with some women, it must work.
yeah.
But we were just like, please, like either bring the Hebrew in, like bring the kid outside.
Yeah, I
or-
found myself as we were talking to the guy just checking on him.
I was babysitting the kid at one point when we came back into the bar. Mo was talking to him. They were talking about tattoos or something, and I'm like literally keep looking at the kid like, is he okay?
Yeah, you have to check.
Because he's not looking at him at all.
He's not, which I guess he just expects him to sit because he was just sitting there on a tablet.
He probably knows his kid, and he's probably just well mannered, but
yeah. I don't know, man. This
not something
wild.
I personally would do.
Yeah,
But I'm not a parent, so I can't speak heavily on it, I guess.
yeah.
That's just my take. That's my take. Yeah, and then like we were watching, what were we watching? Married at First Sight.
Oh yeah.
We're like, dude, we keep saying we're gonna stop watching this bullshit because it's like 30
so
episodes and they're
long.
like almost an hour and a half each episode, and you literally feel like you're living with these couples by the
Yeah.
end of it.
Yeah.
But we keep getting sucked in.
We keep getting sucked in, but the biggest thing, what is this, season 18?
Yeah.
We're watching the show, right? And it's like, this has never happened in the history of histories of Married at First Sight. And we've been watching this for a while, so we're on vacation. And basically, like, I guess a man from one of the couples and a woman from one of the couples is like, they're like doing like
Stepping
a
out.
sneaky link on the side. And so we're watching this, and I'm like, listen, tomorrow is, we're like, we know it's the cabin one where all the couples are going to get together. This is what we watch the show for. Is
Literally
when
just
all the
that.
couples conglomerate together, and you're like, the shit goes down. And we knew this shit was going to go down. We're like, this is going to be the most entertaining that this show's going to be. And then the whole explosion's going to happen, and then the rest of it's going to suck. And we were right. But we were
literally
like,
to put in weeks of watching this bullshit, mediocre,
kind of worse than mediocre bullshit for one peak moment, and then it goes down again. Like, we
Yeah.
literally should just watch the
when they all
peak
get
moment,
together.
but it's like you
You
have to learn the
gear
couple.
up.
You have to
gotta
learn
know
the
about 'em.
yeah. You got to learn the dynamic.
Yeah.
But we kind of put together that the girl of the guy that was stepping out on her she already had the intuition that this was happening. And I was like, oh no, it's going to come out that somebody in the show, that the girl from another couple is talking to him. Like, we kind of already saw it coming. All the women knew. The women watching the show knew. The woman in the relationship knew. We were like, shit's about to go down. So we know that this is coming up, and I got to have a few drinks for this because it's going to be hilarious to watch this like a little bit fucked up, right?
Yeah.
So we're watching this go down. It gets crazy, but we're also drunk and we're cracking up going, I never imagined that it would get this like ratchet because the season was pretty tame. Everybody was
so
pretty,
boring.
almost so well behaved that, yeah, it was boring. And they're like, there's got to be some skeletons in the closet. And then you find out that this other couple has been talking on the side. And they're like, you can tell it was an intimate relationship. Like, they were definitely having sex, and they're just denying. And the other person's like, guess we'll never know.
Right. And then when it comes out, what I felt bad was you were talking about the women's intuition and how we knew, the girl knew.
Yeah.
Kind of other women, I think, knew but didn't want to say anything.
Yeah.
The guy had no idea.
He didn't see
no
it coming.
clue. And he was such a nice guy.
He was such a nice guy. And you could tell that he had like a little bit of feelings for her, whether it was like romantic or friendly. You could tell that they were hanging out all the time. So he liked
He cared
her.
about her.
He cared about her in some capacity.
And also trusted her. Didn't think she would do anything like that.
because we trusted her for a while,
Dude,
Like,
we-
she had us all fooled. I was like, this girl, she's a little too perfect. What's going on?
Yeah, I trusted her, but I didn't. And I think it's my trust issues, but I ended up being right because I literally said there's something too coiffed about how she's performing in this show.
Dude.
Like, she's saying all the right things. She's doing all the right things. I'm like, I think she's hiding something weird.
Yeah. Yeah, so then it all comes out, and the guy, you feel really bad for the guy that didn't know and finds everything out. And he's like, I would have never guessed. Like, that's not something that would have even crossed my mind. And he's like visibly upset. And I'm like fucking 3 sheets to the wind, like, oh, I need to pull one out for my boy Alan. She's like, oh, I need to take a shot in solidarity for my boy Alan. Raise a glass. Because literally, like, that was insane.
Dude.
It was so crazy. And then, yeah, the show kind of went downhill from there. And then they had the reunion, and there was basically like some accountability, but not
Enough. I think there should be punishment. If you ruin the show like that or you step out on your marriage, I think like they give them too much airtime after, and they're like, oh, and they
Let's
try
talk
to
about your new relationship that's built off of a lie.
Yeah, they try
and
to
now they're
force feed you this fucking affair.
and then they're doubling down on like, oh, now we got promise rings. They're getting. I'm like, your whole persona is based off like a weird reality TV, like, you know, side hustle thing that was weird. And now you have to double down on it because if you don't, you guys look really fucking shitty. So
Well,
your
now-
relationship is based off a lie.
Well, now they're engaged, but I'm just like, I just don't really want to see it. Like, it's not even about, like,
I just
if
don't
they're-
think it's
if
gonna
they're gonna
last.
be
Maybe that's
success-
fucked up.
if they're going to be successful or not, I don't care. That's the point. Like, why? Like, we were invested in these couples that were married at first sight. Y'all were not married at first sight. You met organically because of it, maybe.
But just, it's 8 weeks. It's 2 months with these people. And then
You
you
coulda
decide yes
lasted
or no.
the 8
You
weeks.
could have waited. You could have waited instead of talking on the side. That means you're not taking the show seriously.
You're not. It's an experiment.
You think it's a joke.
Yeah, so I think they should be gutted. When the
Yeah.
producers catch wind of that stuff,
Punished. No
like,
airtime. Get
done.
out. You've broken the rules of the thing. Go have your affair outside the show and see how long that lasts.
and then be like, all right, so now we're down 2 couples. Sorry, guys.
And just explain what happened. And then they
Yeah.
can come back on the reunion and you can be like, what happened with that shit? Are you guys still together now that you didn't have to commit to each other for the last couple weeks of it?
Yeah, and you
Because
weren't
the
on
show
TV.
forced a weird couple on the audience that nobody fucking wanted.
Yeah, wanted nothing to do with that.
And also, like, I kind of liked the girl Madison that was, you know, she had us all fooled. And then I disliked her so heavy that when it's giving her more airtime and trying to feed this false narrative of this couple that's like based off a whole lie, I'm like, I don't want to see this. I now dislike these people.
Mo also has like a disdain for people that step out on a relationship at all, like a really heavy.
It's
So, like,
unhealthy, but
When it happens, she's like, they're like, oh well, he's still a good person. She's not a good person. Not.
yeah,
She's
not
like,
a
why
good
are we
person.
saying that about someone who had an affair? You're not a good person.
Yeah, but also this whole situation was a little bit gray area because that couple was not jiving at all. They weren't living together. The girl didn't like the guy. The girl was kind of putting the guy down all the time. And he's like, so I stepped out. So it's not as like I'm heavily invested that he betrayed that relationship. I don't care about that relationship.
Yeah.
It was the fact that he kept lying to the girl that was like, I think you're talking to this girl in the show. And he gaslighted her and was like, this isn't happening. I'm talking to a different person. But now I'm not talking to a person. I was talking to my cousin. Now I was like, that's not a good guy. Not even for cheating, for just constantly lying and gaslighting a person when they know what's going on. And you're like, oh, no, you don't know what's going on actually. And then making her feel crazy, making her look like terrible, basically. And then like being like, oh, but he's a good guy. I don't want to take that away from him. I was like, he proved to be a piece of shit in the very end.
Yeah. But then you have all the guys co-signing it. Like, I probably wouldn't have done anything differently. I probably would have.
I would have lied better.
That's
what the one guy said.
Literally was watching and went, thank God the women aren't in the room.
They would have been like, what the hell are you talking about?
They would have been like, this is insane.
yeah.
The guys are like, yo, man, I would have just lied better.
I would have just like kept it chill until, you know, the 8 weeks were up and just like kept on doing what I was doing.
Yikes.
Hot take, man. That is wild.
Also, like, we're driving to this trip, and Mo's like, I'm on the rag.
yeah, I said, of course, the first day on a beach vacation, I'm on the fucking rag.
I didn't know what that meant. So I was like, what do you mean you're on the rag? And she's like, I'm on my period. And I was like, oh. I mean, I could venture to guess, but that's not the, like, I wasn't like, yeah, obviously.
It's 19th
that's what she's saying.
century slang, bro.
Yeah. So the rest of the vacation when we
Tree
were,
thought it was the funniest thing.
I literally, sober, I thought it was the most hilarious thing ever. I was like, on the rag.
Yeah, but I'm like, imagine coming up in the 19th century and you're like a young, like, man, like a teenager. And you're like, yeah, she's on the rag. And their mom's like, what's that? What are you talking about? And he's like, trying to make it hip.
He's like, trust me.
He's like, it's the latest lingo. And she's like, that's never going to catch on. It's like when the kids are saying like lit and like type shit.
Oh my God.
And like, I don't know what else. I can't even venture it against.
Type shit.
Or like, that shit fucking fried me, bro. It's still like that. And it caught on and it became a phrase. But like back in the day, that was hit.
Imagine the mom on her period. And the kid's like, what are you saying? And he's like, you're on the rag. And she like wants to strangle him. She's like, shut up. Stop saying that.
Stop saying that word. So we're cracking up. We're like on the rag. We're saying it like we're British.
Yeah,
it's
because
like,
I
it
don't
just
know.
goes.
It just goes.
Yeah. And we're like making up rhymes, cracking up. We think it's the funniest thing ever. Like, didn't want to go down on us, started to gag. Turns out she's on the fucking rag. Wouldn't take her home. She thought I was a fag. Turns out she's just on the bloody fucking rag. And that went on for a good 20 minutes. We thought of so many rhymes. I think we thought of 30 rhymes. It went on for a while. I mean, I guess to somebody else it could be grating, but we thought it was the funniest thing ever. Yeah. And we're just dying laughing the whole time. And then that guy appeared with his kid, and we're like, we got to stop talking about being on the rag. Yeah, we can't. We're like, we can't escape. We can't escape this firefighter. Yeah, he was there for a baseball tournament or something. I didn't know baseball tournaments were like that. Like you travel for high school baseball. I was like, they take it that seriously? They're like leagues. Yeah, so they were traveling for that. Yeah, it was pretty hardcore. Yeah, but then we get back from vacation, have a great time. Our dog gets a UTI. Yeah, literally. I don't know. Probably the second day back? It always happens. Our fish gets sick. One loses an eyeball. The one dog gets diarrhea to the point where she's shitting blood all over the house. It always happens. Something when we're on vacation. Always happens. This fish is minus 2 eyeballs, each a different thing. A different vacation. A different vacation. It's like a great way to come back, but we always come back with a bang. And then, you already spent enough money on vacation, and then you got to go to the emergency vet because your dog's peeing every 5 minutes and she's in distress. But then, the vet, we knew it was a UTI. Yeah, we're like, she's squatting. She keeps squatting. I've had a UTI before, guys. I know, what she's going the telltale signs. She's not having a good time, and so we get there, and the vet's just always doing the most. We just took this dog for her checkup, and she passed with flying colors. She's literally 4 weeks ago. Yeah. They're like, we need to check. We need to give her an ultrasound. We probably should do another blood test. We probably should do. Oh my God, we got to do an X-ray, but maybe forego the X-ray and just pay more money into the ultrasound. I fucking hate the vet, man. I wanted to be stern and be like, just give me the antibiotics and get me the fuck out of here. Yeah, but we don't have enough. Somehow, always we get roped into something agreeable. Weird. For $60, they're like, for just $60 today, you can flip your dog on its back, get a free ultrasound to find her bladder. We didn't know that part. We didn't know that part. So paint this picture. They're trying to sell us this ultrasound that's hundreds of dollars. $260, I think, or $300, something around that. Crazy. So they're like, all right, we'll just take a sample from her bladder, like a culture. They could do a regular culture, collect her pee, but they wanted to do it straight from the bladder. But it's going to get tainted by dog hair and outside influence. And so it could be a false negative. Stick a needle directly in her bladder. Sounds like the worst thing ever. We were like, for $60, sure, try it. Give it a shot. I literally, in my head, was like, there's no fucking way they're going to be able to do this, but sure. Let's see. They come in with the ultrasound machine. And I'm like, I literally look at Mo fuck. Because I'm like, we're going to be paying hundreds of dollars for an ultrasound. I'm going to have an argument with these people. No, it turns out they used the ultrasound machine to find the bladder to stick the needle, take the sample. So she doesn't let him do it. Long story short, she acted insane. But I mean, rightfully so. This dog's never on her back. Even when you rub her stomach, she's not on her back. She's on her side. This dog has never been on her back like that. And they're trying to pin her down, scan her bladder, and then extract with a needle. Pee with a needle is the craziest thing. I'm like, why didn't you just collect the pee, man? I don't that seems like a lot. It was a lot and we're trying to tell her it's okay, and I really don't think it's okay. And then honest. They couldn't do it, so we didn't get charged. But in the end, they charged us $40 for crotch wipes for the dog, and then $35 for the medicine. We just needed antibiotics. You could have charged us an emergency fee, antibiotics, and they tacked on a $35 charge for coochie wipes. I'm not going to wipe my dog's cooter. I'm just not going to do it. Antibiotics are enough. Yeah, when you get a UTI, all you need to do is take some antibiotics. It's a dog. She'll take care of herself. We don't need to be doing this. And I'm like, I was so mad by the end because I'm like, I wish I just had the wherewithal to be like, give me the antibiotics and let me get the fuck out of here. Because at this point, it's like everywhere you go, they're trying to sell you something extra. They're trying to make extra money. I get it. Like, that's life. But it's so much. And it's just, I'm just like, the vet, it's like, just look for the well-being of the dog. Flipping the dog on its back and extracting pee out of its bladder with a needle sounds terrible for the animal.
Yeah.
Give her the
And
antibiotics.
on top of, not to play devil's advocate, but they did an ultrasound.
And like, that's a money grab too, because you do the ultrasound to find the bladder. You can't, in the meantime, be like, we see a gigantic mass in her bladder. They didn't, because obviously they were like, oh, her bladder's so small, we can't even get a sample because she's acting insane. But it's like, okay, so we just got a free ultrasound because we could see her bladder on screen.
A $260 ultrasound for free.
Yeah. I'm like, come on, people. Like, you just did it.
Yeah, it's a little bit crazy.
It's wild. I don't know. It's the same thing with like the healthcare system for humans. It's just for animals, it's bad too.
Yeah. It's all the same. Only the
They're
names
trying to
have
milk you for
changed.
every penny. Then we have fucking Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce having the most expensive wedding on the planet.
Dude, people can't even buy salad without getting rocket diarrhea. And we literally have Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift spending, what, millions of dollars on a wedding?
Millions and millions of dollars. And, well, I don't know. But the amount of police.
I think they said, the mayor, Mdani, said that they paid $160,000 for the police force that had to be used.
Well, did you see it?
It's insane.
It was like military grade. How many people?
It was
they
hundreds of cops.
Did they utilize all the cops in New York?
I'm just like, I don't know if I'm like, I'm just like, I always get the cringe from celebrities no matter what. Like, I don't know if I'm like, just like maybe cynical about it, but I'm just like, it's the ultimate cringe. Why couldn't you just have a quiet wedding? You had to shut down all of New York. You had to like fuck up everybody's travel plans for like the week or the day or whatever the fuck. Spend $1 million,
More than $1 million.
close it all off, collect everybody's phones because God forbid somebody snap a photo and the outside public see it. Because what are you going to release a photo album to the public?
She didn't want anyone to sneak photos because they'll see it. I guess they'll get a sneak peek.
Are they going to release a wedding? Like, that's what I mean. What do you mean sneak peek?
She's probably going to have like a music video with her wedding in it, is what I imagine. Something corny. It's Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
She's going to write a song and there's going to be clips from her wedding in it.
Yeah, and then they had this crazy hashtag as soon as they were married. It lit up Madison Square Garden with the bulletin board that said, now I'm going to try to break it down. Just N symbol T married. Just TNT married. I guess you read it just
TNT married.
Horrible hashtag. Horrible.
Dude,
You think a woman that's wrote this many songs could write a good hashtag?
honestly, it's bad enough that we have to make hashtags for a wedding, but if you're going to make one,
At least make it
at
clever.
least make it good.
But it's like just married TNT. It reminds me of AT&T too, because it's got the T and the symbol T attached to it. So like
reminds
it
me of,
also
like-
looks bad.
It reminds me of TNT, like dynamite, like
Like AC/DC. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I don't know. Maybe I'm hating, but I'm like, the whole thing just gives me the ick. I think it's just like billionaires give me the ick. It's just like closing down the whole place, inconveniencing people that need to travel for work. Like the whole thing. I'm like, okay, girl, you couldn't have like a private, quiet wedding. You had to do it.
If there was any crime going on in the city, they were too busy at Taylor Swift's wedding, blocking the door.
Yeah, right. Standing at, I think they were at the.
But what did they think was going to happen?
What do you
Like
mean?
someone was going to break in and like
Crash the wedding, I guess. Wedding crashers. That's a thing.
like crash Taylor Swift's wedding?
Yeah. You can dress up real nice
Oh,
and
you
just go to any wedding.
Maybe they thought Kanye was going to crash it.
Yeah. That would be funny. He's like, yo, I'm going to let you finish in the middle of their vows. I'm going to let you finish real quick, but
Yeah, right. Me and Kimberly had the best wedding. I don't fucking know.
did he have a. Oh, yeah, they did get married.
They
But-
were married. I don't know what they didn't shut down Madison Square Garden.
That's what I
so
mean. If
I have no
Kanye and Kim aren't shutting down Madison Square Garden, why are Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce doing it?
I just saw a thing that she bought like a mansion for her daughter,
Yeah.
and people are like outraged or something. I'm like, they're rich. They're gonna do stuff like that. Kim bought a mansion for her daughter. This is my thing. I'm like, if I had this amount of money, would I be doing that? I don't know that I would, though. Maybe. Maybe I'm talking from my not so high horse. I'm talking from my low donkey. Well, I think it's funny because, like, to have a mansion is like, you live in a mansion currently and you buy one for your daughter who, I forget how old she is. She's a teenager. We were hanging out with like our niece and nephew yesterday and they're so cute. Like we're driving by these like regular, like they're bigger houses, but regular houses. And they're like, that's a mansion. Like you see this house, it looks like a mansion. Yeah. And I'm like, it's so funny how far removed they are from that. Yeah. Like Northwest is actually living in a mansion, but like they would consider a regular big house a mansion. Yeah. And it's like, it is kind of weird, I guess, that you have a child that you're like, I'm going to buy you an actual mansion, no matter if you have the means to do it or not. I don't know. It's just like, you're just going to create an intolerable adult is the vibe I get. Like when you spoil a child like that. Yeah. And you can buy them whatever you want. So it's like if I had millions of dollars, I might buy my kid a mansion. I don't know if they'd be getting it in their teenage years, but I'd be like, just for their future, when they're older and need a house, they'll have one. Mm-hmm. I think it's more of like, I don't know. I don't know what that is. I hope she's not living in the mansion away from her family at this age, but I don't know. I think she said it was something to do with like, I don't know, making music or something, just like a space to create or something like that. You could have made it a room. Yeah, it must be nice. Could have been a room in the house. Could have been a room. Yeah, it could have been a room in your mansion. A pretty big room, probably. But, you know. But rich people shit. Can't relate. But speaking about to touch rich people, Lindsey Graham died. R.I.P. It's a shame when old people die, I guess. Yeah, R.I.P. R.I.P. question mark? I guess. I don't know. It's like, whatever. But this is the thing. It's fucked up. He had a family. Yeah, no, he was a piece of shit senator, but what are you going to do? R.I.P. Sincerely. But his sister replaced him, and we had to go on a deep dive because I was wondering if that was fucking normal. Yeah. I don't think it is still. I still think it's a little weird because like we learned a term called gubernational. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. I hope so because it sounds ridiculous. So fake. But yeah, it sounds There's like something called gubernational appointment where when a senator dies before their term is up, the governor of the state that they represent puts in a fill-in essentially until their term is up or until, whatever, the next election. You think they pick somebody with some qualification. That's my thing. I'm like, I don't know if it makes sense for it to be a family member, someone who's never been in a political, like she was part of, it's weird. It's weird. She's never been in like a political state of power. Like she's never been in like something higher up. Yeah. So it is a little strange. It's not normal. I mean, we were really, really mad when we appointed Kamala Harris for president. Remember? They were like, oh, they didn't do the fucking thing and they did it wrong. And she was the vice president. But I'm like, we're not mad that a sister replaces a senator that has zero qualifications, that has like kind of no experience at all. I mean, I don't know. People might be mad. I don't know. I feel like I could kind of agree on the Kamala Harris thing. I think that it is weird that now it used to be a democracy where you vote. Yeah, but I'm not saying that wasn't weird. I'm saying if you're going to be mad about that, you got to be a little weirded out by this. It is weird. Yeah. We should probably address that this is weird because we used to vote things in. That used to be the whole point. And now it does seem a little staged. It seems a little set up. Yeah. Like, it's all just like orchestrated. It's orchestrated, but it's also like, I don't trust the government. So I'm like, are we just like, is this all just a joke? Is it all for show? Because we found out. Does voting even work? No. I think we should vote just in case. Some sports are staged. Is the government staged? Is everything fake? It just seems a little bit strange. And it's like all the people that are in power seem to be pulling the strings and making things happen. And it doesn't seem to get any better. I mean, I guess them having a progressive in New York is better. New York is doing much better So I guess there are things that can happen. We can't completely lose faith, but I don't trust the government. I don't trust the government. So even that, like, I do acknowledge it, and I'm like, yeah, it looks like they're doing better, but I'm like, I don't know if that's a setup too. Just to like give them
you a little
something,
bit.
give you a little bit of hope.
Because it's so I don't know. I'm like, it's the conspiracy theory thing. Like it's getting a little too hardcore, maybe, but
we need somebody then to run for president that's like kind of like, all right, I would like if Obama came out and went, I'm gonna run again. I don't think he can. I don't think he's allowed. But I'm like, if you had something like that had like a little bit of like, I don't know, like this is not part of the Matrix vibe. You know what I mean? Like you need something that's like gonna throw you for a loop.
It would have to be
bit.
someone even weirder. It would have to be someone not in politics, in my opinion.
Yeah,
almost. Like
another celebrity.
No, you know, I'm just kidding. not like a rich Trump vibe. Like maybe a younger person.
Not somebody connected to the elites.
No, you can't be connected. You have to be anti-elite almost.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the only way it would work, and you would have to have a following, so I don't even know who it would be. But on top of it, we got like Mitch McConnell's dying. He's been dying for a very long time. If we're going to be honest, this man is holding on by a thread.
He's been dying for like the last 7 years.
Yeah. It's like, honestly, they're just propping him up at this point.
Yeah.
Now he
rocks a wheelchair all the time and can barely move. But I'm like, why don't we replace people that get like too old? Like, why do we just like keep them around?
I think because they're part of the scheme.
The Senate and the White House, though, is like, it's becoming like a hospice center.
Yeah. It's like,
it's not even an old person's home. It's like they're on the brink of death.
It's geriatric.
It's not even geriatric. It's beyond. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's a shame.
These people don't have the wherewithal to run a country, and they are not going to relate to the future people of the world.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Stuck in the same way that they've been stuck in for what Mitch McConnell's been serving for 7 consecutive terms. They said, I don't know how long the terms are in the Senate.
I'm like,
is
why
it a year?
are senators? Are they just until they die? They're there because that's weird.
No, I think he keeps getting voted in.
Oh,
is my guess. But also, like, if he croaks, they don't got the gubernational.
Yeah, so they can't just pick anybody.
They got it, yeah. So if his wife replaces him, you know something weird is going. Like, we just got it.
But we already know it's weird because Donald Trump is voting his personal lawyer in to be the head of the Department of Justice. So we know
that's weird. But Trump kind of beats to his own drum. Like, I think when Trump does something weird, I'm like, yeah. When it's like a governor appointing a sister, I'm like, Trump's hand isn't really in that. Maybe it is, but I think Trump's a pawn too of a bigger scheme.
I think he's a little too dumb to be actually.
But yeah, it could be rigged. Speaking of rigged, dude, I watched the Conor McGregor fight,
bro.
Well, I don't know if that's rigged, but I literally. So I'm not like huge on the UFC, but I'm like, I want to watch this because it's a big fight. He came back after 5 years. I'm like, let's see what's going on. I saw some cool fights leading up. I think
40s?
30, 35, 37? 37?
I just saw a picture of him and I guessed.
I gotta Google it. But anyway, dude blows his knee out throwing the first kick. And people are like, that fight didn't even last like 50 seconds. I'm like, dude, the fight didn't last 15 seconds. Like, it was over. Like, maybe it lasted 50 because he kept trying to throw a kick and falling over. But I'm sorry, that was kind of hysterical for me.
Yeah.
And a lot of people like Conor McGregor, I don't know. He's an alleged rapist, so I'm not really a fan.
Yeah, I don't know too much about him. I just saw the meme that said nothing like seeing a rapist kneecap get blown out in front of live television or something. So I was like, maybe Karma's a bitch.
It was more funny for me. I didn't even know that. It was more funny for me. What was this? It was upsetting at first because I'm thinking of how much preparation went into that. Could you imagine being a fighter and like how much dedication? I can't even.
You're like hyping yourself up.
I don't like getting
months.
Injured at the gym, let alone being like a spectacle and like. But then I was also thinking about the people that really, really are into sports, like the guy crying about the Knicks. And I was thinking, like, they probably are so excited about this fight, right? And they're like, can't wait to see it, maybe bet on it. Yikes.
I hope you didn't bet on Conor McGregor.
When it happened, I gasped and I like started laughing a little bit. And I was like, I feel kind of bad. That sucks. Like, that is like, that's a loss for everybody.
I don't know. Shouldn't that be like, did he get kicked in the knee? Is that what happened? Or did his knee
No,
just go out? I don't know what happened.
He literally, the fight
Tried
started.
to kick?
He tried to kick and blew his own knee out.
By kicking?
Yeah. Like he went to kick.
How do you know it blew
and
out?
his right-
You just saw it?
You saw his right knee like cave. And there's speculation that it could have been a pre-existing injury and he was just trying to collect a payday, but like who wouldn't, right?
30 mil? Isn't that what you said?
They
how
said
much
$30
it was?
million or something. I don't think that's true, but if it is, like you're talking.
I'd blow both knees out for 30 million.
Yeah,
I'd be like, what else do you need? You need my elbows? You need my fucking shoulders? I'll give them up. I can
Dude.
buy new knees for 30 mil.
Exactly.
Like,
Like people are knocking it, but you can't knock the hustle. You can knock your knees.
oh, wow. For 30 mil. I do a lot for 30 mil, though. We've already talked about this, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we can't go by our standards.
but on a lighter note, we watched Project Hail Mary.
oh yeah, such a good
Sidebar.
movie.
Such a great movie. I mean, honestly, I feel like maybe I'm in 2 movie clubs, man. I don't know if I've been starved for like a great movie, but that movie made me feel all the feelings.
Oh yeah,
right?
that
And
movie
I'm
was
not
stellar.
even a Ryan Gosling girl. Like I'm
Not a
I'm gonna
huge
go
fan.
into this thinking I'm not even gonna like it because I'm not a fan of him as an actor. I think he's okay, but I'm not like thinking he's great. He fucking killed.
Dude, he was so good.
And honestly, he's acting with CGI. He's not acting like against another actor where you can feed off their, you know, when you're in a room with an actor,
Yeah.
you can kind of like get into the moment. You're interacting with nothing, essentially.
Yeah, right.
And I'm like, his performance was outstanding. And I was like, a good movie to me is like when you feel like happiness, sadness, you go through all the emotions, and then by the end, you feel really good after the movie.
Yeah.
Very rarely do I have a movie make me feel like that. Like, I don't think I've had a movie make me feel like that since like maybe The Help with Emma Stone.
Yeah.
I love that movie. I think it's so good. It makes you feel happy, sadness, anger, frustration, and then by the end, it ends
Yeah.
pretty nice.
You
It
need
ties
something
it up.
where it's all tied up.
It's got the heart.
Dude, that movie got a little shaky for me. Like 2 hours in,
It's so long.
Project
too.
Hail Mary. 2 hours in, I'm like, oh my god, because it's like reaching the sad part where you're like feeling. I'm like, if they do this to me, I don't want to give anything away, but I'm like, if it ends like this, I'm like, I'm not gonna be happy.
Yeah.
And the way they pulled it together, like I was like, just
Yeah, by
very-
the end, it's honestly one of the best movies I've seen in a long time.
yeah.
And
I
it's
know,
crazy.
Dude,
to
I
me.
have a movie club. It is terrible. And the irony of Project Hail Mary, of watching it, was you told me to watch it like, I don't know, the day after you watched it, right? And you're
Yeah.
like, saw the best movie ever. You should watch it. The next day, my movie club has been inactive for like a month because nobody's good
Nobody's
at it.
participating.
They're terrible. They
Yeah.
suck. And we have this like no week movie club where only 3 of us are in it. And the girl messages movie pick, and it was something like, I forget the name of the movie, but it was something where I was like, oh, that's gonna suck. And I kind of just X'd out. And literally within maybe like 3 hours, she goes, never mind, I don't want that. I want Project Hail Mary. Didn't know it was available. We need to watch this movie. And I was like, that's crazy weird
Yeah.
that Mo recommended it.
Fate.
And the next day,
Because it became available
it's
and everybody
in the
watched
movie
it.
club. I was like, what?
And it's like, yeah, I'm in 2 movie clubs. I don't want to like shit on cinema. I see a lot of okay movies. Like I see good movies. I see okay movies. Some I see that are pretty bad, that are outdated, that we watch like old movies too. But that movie is just something about it. It's like literally the perfect movie. And it's hard. Like I think when you watch that many movies, it's hard to get impressed, you know?
Dude, every movie we've watched in our movie club, I'm like, it's mid. It's gotten to a point where they're like, we already know what you're going to say. Like, we don't even need to know your opinion because you
you're gonna
hate
say
every
it's
movie
mid.
or you think it's mid. And I'm like, yeah, but
yeah, it'd be
we're
like
not
that.
We're picking terrible movies. Or maybe movies are just terrible.
I think that there's just so many that it's going to be like, it's very, like, it's not easy. I'm very judgmental when it comes to movies.
But you know what the most funny thing is when you pick a movie that sucks, like I'm telling everyone, this movie's mid, and then I accidentally pick a movie that is terrible.
Yeah.
And I'm watching it as if I produced it and wrote it myself.
You're like, oh no.
And I'm literally like apologizing profusely. Like, sorry guys, you might want to just skip this week. Well, it's really fucking bad.
It's funny because like I'm in 2 movie clubs, and like in one of the movie clubs, it seems to be like a through line that I pick these overtly uncomfortably sexual movies.
Dude.
Like they're so like provocatively sexual that I'm like, at this point, I just gotta lean in. Like these are almost porn at this point.
We literally watched one on our trip that Mo recommended, and as soon as it comes on, I literally turned to her and went, dude, how did you?
I'm never gonna beat the allegations.
I was like the only movie I've ever watched in your movie clubs, and it is the most horned up movie I've ever seen outside of Nosferatu.
Nosferatu was pretty horned up, but vampire movies be horned up. We talked about this.
We can't even touch on that again because
we talked about this. They're just always uncomfortably horny. It's something
they're
about
always
that
moaning.
time.
They're moaning about something,
and I think that everybody that's trying to recreate it is also trying to stay true to the art of it's horned up.
It's porn. It's porn. Vampire movies are porn.
Yeah, it's a little crazy, but
the only vampire movie I watched that wasn't porn was Sinner. There were some.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't porn, but when she spit in his mouth, I was like, whew, I gotta leave the movie theater.
Yeah, but Michael B. Jordan, bro.
Yeah, who wouldn't?
If I could, anybody would.
Who wouldn't? I would pay $30 million to spit in Michael B. Jordan's mouth.
I wouldn't even get paid. But that was the podcast.
Yeah, we'll see you in 2 weeks.
See you.